Hey, it's been a while. Um, yeah, I've been mainly animating, as you can tell. Sorry. I thought I'd sort of try and reintroduce myself to the Diecast YouTube world. There's been a lot of changes in my life, and that includes the kind of diecast I buy. And I thought I'd sort of kick it off with an introduce or by introducing the dioramas I sort of have active. Um, I think I'll do like one video like showcasing them all, so that's kind of this one. And this is like totally unscripted, so it might be like a little bit awkward, but I guess I'll start off with this. There's my first 596 model, and if you're wondering, this whole gap, that's oh yeah, and that's my whole collection area. This whole gap was because I was dealing with a tripod. I wanted to make a review video, but thought I'd do this instead because it kind of makes more sense. This one's a lot more like I can do like on the fly stuff instead of having like a list of things to try and remember. But there's my first 596 model. Um, yeah, there's normally cars here, but the tripod was there, and I literally just gave up on that idea. So yeah, but anyway, to the actual topic of the video, this is sort of like a back of not an alleyway, but like those suburban sort of, I guess, industrial complexes. Um, if you look up Advanced Powerhouse or um, oh crap, I can't remember the name of the place, but in Markham, Advanced Powerhouse, it's next to a Mandarin. Um, that's what this is sort of inspired by, because this is actually meant to be like a tuning garage. This is literally just a facade though. That's how I make my dioramas. This is just like a facade, so I can move the CHR. See the door there. I wanted to make a sign. This is supposed to be a R-Tune, no, not R-Tune, R Temple performance. It's a made up thing that I made up, but yeah, I sort of use it for kind of general stuff because it doesn't have a sign, but I could like bring in like an Evo 2. You can sort of see it coming together there. All my stuff pretty much is made of like uh, EVA foam facade, EVA foam curbs, and like construction paper. That's what that is. And the pavement, that's also construction paper. And I usually make, sorry, I usually make my lines out of, or road paint out of pinstripe tape. But yeah, that's that, I guess. And there's my like sort of main collection area. That, that. So this is more than a diorama tour, I suppose. This is my more art diorama. See me there, hi. But yeah, this is all like most of my mini GTs and stuff and premiums. And this is like the extension of my normal car shelf because this is sort of turned into that, and that sort of turned into that. This is my like miscellaneous stuff. I might actually, because a lot of this stuff I still have a lot of like not true 164 stuff, and I'm very true 164. So stuff like this 510, I am willing to sell it off. Well, I mean, I'm considering it, but yeah. This is from like the Japan Historic set. I know it's covered in dust because yeah. This is from the track day set. So yeah, I might sell those off someday. Especially if they're like in the greater Toronto area, like I am. Wait, there you go. There's a CN Tower in front of a bug screen. But anyway, that's this. Also ADHD tangents. But okay, back to this. Here is my like back alley of like a Chinese restaurant. Um, I sort of have like Tianlu there, and this is actually that, as you can see, because I went to the auto show here, and Tokyo Station was there. But anyway, this is like a diorama. Yeah. All this road detail and stuff. I let the ground become like dusty and stuff, and I like this because I just like that look for this. Sorry. I just like that look a lot for this. So I like the kind of like, I don't know, like back alley look. And that's all. This is obviously a back alley, but this is actually a straw that I cut out, and all this is like, I think this is EVA foam. This is EVA foam 100%. A sort of ventilation thing. I still have to finish making it. But yeah, all the electrical boxes, those are EVA foam with like pencil. And all the brick texture, that's pencil, but like that's also sort of like carved out from like I use a mechanical pencil to carve it out. Move this eclipse. Move this Echo. That's an Aero Pro, by the way. It's the Subaru promotional models. And I'll move this Montero. But yeah. Parking. Half of this is like a pencil. Especially like this like stuff that isn't like super sharp, like it cracks or something, is very like kind of dull. I use just like a dull pencil to mark that up. There's like a junk pile here. Here's my first X-Car toys. Currently my only, but I will be getting the fourth gen Accord from them in silver. It's on the way actually. I pre-ordered it. Tarmac Works J Collection. It's very TLV like. Except TLV doesn't do the wipers as separate pieces. They usually paint those on, which still looks really good. Mini GT does that too. I do think I don't have any TLVs because they're way overpriced for my liking. So yeah. Anyway, that's just my. Oh yeah, and by the way, this is Emerald Dragon. That's what that says in Chinese. I like these kinds of places because again, I'm Asian, so it's like sort of celebration of things, I guess. There's some like old buses. I have like a better one here. This is actually the original one my grandpa had, because this is from my childhood, and I'm surprised the scale actually turned out really well. So I still use them in my layouts, if I have any layouts. Um, yeah, it's like a childhood thing. This actually came in the mail from my way, Mississauga, because I used to live in Mississauga, and my grandpa just photocopied them for me, and we made them. There's a Hobby Japan JDM 64 again. Yeah, I guess that's it. Oh yeah, and this is like from a Greenlight trailer. I made a video on that years ago. But anyway, I guess that's just that for that one. I guess I'll do this one. Move that Trooper C30. This tonneau cover from a Jeep Gladiator. How the tarmac works. This is my drive-in diner diorama. This is actually the first diorama I like actually sort of completed. I still have to make the sign. And normally there's like other stuff that goes here, but those are like, for example, this actually used to go in like the parking lot area, but I don't glue them down because I like to reuse them. So yeah, here's a drive-in diner, I guess. There's the booths. This is from like 2023, I think I made this. Move this truck. There's supposed to be Microsoft motorcycle parking. And yeah, this place is called Sheeb's Shakes and Sliders. My boyfriend came up with a name. The DCT Volvo C30. Okay, that's not a good place to put it. And then you sort of drive it up. There you go. But yeah, I still have to design Sheev herself. So my like most of my layouts have a kind of like slight like furry theme because I'm a furry and it's fun to make OCs and stuff with like this kind of, I guess, these kind of structures. Like integrate like my art into these dioramas and stuff. Hyundai Elantra and in fact I can bring that over to show this trailer depot that I made. Again, it's a facade. It's taped onto this Apple box. But yeah, this is a DCP trailer. There are some of my trucks. That is a nostalgic one because I made a video on that one. Same with that Caterpillar. But yeah, so I can move this out of the way. Here's the doors, the access doors. I still have to make the trailer restraints. Because these places, they actually, when you drive the trailer up, back it up, you bump into that. Then you ask them like, hey, I think I'm not a truck driver. I don't know how this works, but I guess you ask them, you radio them up, and they have these like hooks that like flip up and like clamp down onto the underride guard of the trailer and restrain you, keep you safe. But anyway, no parking. This is all paper. In fact, how did I make this again? Okay. Yeah, so I cut a hole and I made a piece of paper that's bigger than the holes. And I glued it from the back. And then I drew in that stuff. All the cracks and weathering. Like this is from, I think that might have been a mark from like a box cutter. I just did it really loosely. And then I filled it in with a micron. Yeah, fellow artists, y'all remember when we were like, everybody wanted like, oh my god, I need the micron pen and I need the freaking Copic markers to draw my ref sheet. Remember that? Man, 2016 was crazy. I was an animation meme kid. I never made them though, but I always dreamed of it. But anyway, this is actually an upside down other diorama. It's a highway that I made for like middle school as a project. So yeah, that's kind of my ingenuity there. Pretty proud of the weathering. I like I like the way I made it like super kind of monolithic. It's like huge. I don't know. Sort of a play on like suburban North America, mainly like places like Brampton and Mississauga. They have places like this everywhere that trucks go to. BMC, Trooper, and yeah, I'm more and more into the premium stuff now because I like the details, scale, and stuff. Scale is very important to me, as I'm sure longtime viewers of me would know. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Because I didn't make this, I just put it together. And yeah, yeah, there's the box for the 596. There's my first pot race, which I put right there. And yes, as you can see there, I do have the Elite 64 hauler. I was one of the first people to get it. I might go on that tangent, I don't know. And there's a green light because Canadian International Auto Show. I got the green light Tokyo Station exclusive. And yes, that's where I get. If you're from This Is My Diecast Life, then you already know about Tokyo Station, so I don't need to brag about how we have it good here, because he already does that. I was like I feel like I was one of the pioneers of this like $10 to $20 range, because like I got this before like the hype. I was like, oh man, they have like a freaking roof CTR, because I freaking loved the roof CTR back then in 2020. And I was like 16. So yeah, my first BMC as well. I got this like a little bit after the roof. Yeah, I am collecting the J collection as well, as you can see here. There's a Civic. Yeah, I just sort of like showing this, talking with you guys. Well, not talking with you guys because this is not a live stream, but yeah. Well, I gotta set this up. Wait, no, I have to set this up. And it's difficult too because these are paper and light and very easy to destroy. So you can enjoy this view. And you can see it right there actually. Oh, there's a cop. Oh, already passed. Anyway, I made this fan art because Banny, Kitten, and Kialina, because I'm a fan. That's why it's called fan art. But yeah, yeah, and that's how big they are. That's how big my thumb. So I'm kind of crazy that way. Yeah, actually, there's already Mitsubishi there, so I'll put the Honda back. I'm very particular about that with my dioramas. I like to have a balance of cars. I don't want like two Mitsubishis, but like one of every other car. There has to be a balance. I made these out of paper, of course, like I said before. Um, Kitten's stand there is probably way too small because she falls over all the time. But anyway, so I'll move this. Everybody do the flop, am I right? ASDF movie moment. But yeah, some classics. So this is, I guess, a collection tour now, all of a sudden. Because, again, ADHD. This is my boxes. I have both Acura Integras from Tamica. Because it's like, that's probably one of the greatest Tamica castings in history. Do not quote me on that. That is just my opinion. In 064, even though I have zero in 064s. Sorry for the awkward cut. I dropped this car. Oh my gosh. This is like one of my favorites because I might show a picture of my car in real life. It's not like my car because it's like just a family car. I inspect the cars after I drop them because I'm like so anal about chips. Well, obviously I'm a premium collector, so I'm not having none of that shit. Anyway, that should light up, but obviously I don't have space right now. And the extension cord, the cord that this uses to light up is so short, it's like way too short. You have to have it literally right next to an outlet, and I have no outlet here because it's all the way over there. But yeah, some storage that I attempted. This is like a junk, miscellaneous kind of stuff. This random MBK van that I got. Yeah. I got the 4Runner. I have two 4Runners. I have the Hot Wheels Boulevard and stuff. It's super cool. I have an AMT garage. I do recommend getting this. It's really just a fun little model kit to put together. No glue required. Obviously you can glue it if you want, but I did not. There's a toenail. H3 from RMZ City / Cool Chic Auto. This one, I got this from, sorry, I got this from Miniso. It actually came with like terrible wheels. I'm talking like Maisto Fresh metal level wheels on the sport track. Like that sort of tier, kind of cheap, trying to look cool, but it just looks terrible. So I swapped in those and it immediately looked better. I also did another wheel swap here and a detail. I detailed the pillars and the spoiler on this Mazda 3. I have every single color Mazda 3. I have two of this color and obviously two of that color because when I wheel swapped. And obviously this one, which I just dropped unfortunately. See the out back there and stuff. I'm moving like back and forth everywhere. Here's my trucks. Here's the Fleetwood Bounder, one of my favorites. Here's a tour bus. Here's a custom like car lift I made. It's mainly just for like storage. Because I know usually the mechanic car lifts are have like the forks that like fold out and then like grab onto the bottom of the car there. But anyway, um, I mean honestly, I think that's like the extent of my collection. Here's here's my car. It's I should have friggin' I tried I guess. There's my car. Yeah, I don't know what else I can really show. I have a super treasure hunt that I can show, I guess. But that's like, I have to find it. I know, like, letting your super treasure hunt go, like, unseen is like, how the hell do you do that? Oh, yeah, there it is. Here it is. Found it at Dollarama. Yes, I opened it. And no, I don't have the package anymore. It's a weird thing about being a collector, like going from like childhood to adulthood is that your parents like hate, well, my parents hate me like keeping the packages. Thankfully, I convinced them that these packages are worth keeping. Because like I remember my mom when I got this was like, "Whoa, what do you want to keep that?" I'm like, "The fuck do you think? Look at it. This package is literally meant to be kept. Like, what do you want me to put this in the freaking landfill?" Anyway, yeah, Para 64 stuff. Yeah, I think that is pretty much it. My general collection tour, like tour of what matters the most, what will be the most relevant. And we're back here to square one, square three, I guess. And yeah, yes, thanks for watching. This is my return to YouTube. It's my awkward return to YouTube. Yeah. All right, cool. Hopefully, I can get some more like diecast showcases out. Ooh. Maybe I'll do a speed paint. I don't know. Thanks for watching, I guess. All right. Bye bye. Have a good one.